Welcome to WorldWire. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. In January 2025, the Philippines unveiled a bold new maritime map, clearly marking its exclusive economic zone, or EEZ. This map is more than a chart, it's a declaration of sovereignty, and a direct response to years of tension in the South China Sea. By publishing its own map, the Philippines pushes back against China's sweeping 9-dash line, which overlaps with the EEZs of several countries. The new map is a peaceful but firm assertion of the Philippines' rights, rallying the nation and providing a foundation for diplomatic and defensive actions. President Marcos Jr.'s government aims to protect Filipino fishermen and secure the country's resources within its own waters. For young Filipinos, this map is a symbol of national pride and a lesson in standing up for international law. It's a tool for unity, education and defense, showing that even smaller nations can challenge larger ones through law and cooperation. The map's release marks a new chapter in the Philippines' ongoing struggle for justice and identity in the 21st century. Lines on a map now represent the front lines in a modern fight for sovereignty. To grasp the map's significance, we must examine China's 9-dash line, a sweeping claim over nearly the entire South China Sea. This line intrudes deep into the EEZs of the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia and Brunei, but lacks clear legal or geographic basis. The United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS, grants coastal states a 200 nautical mile EEZ, a principle China's claim ignores. In 2016, an international tribunal ruled overwhelmingly in favor of the Philippines, declaring China's 9-dash line invalid under international law. China rejected the ruling, continuing to send ships into the Philippines' EEZ, escalating tensions and undermining the rules-based order. The new Philippine map reasserts the tribunal's decision, grounded in UNCLOS, not vague historical claims. By publishing it, the Philippines reminds the world and China that international law is on its side. This is a peaceful, legal challenge to China's narrative, reinforcing the Philippines' rightful claims. The map is a strategic tool in the ongoing effort to defend sovereignty through law, not force. As the Philippines prepared its new map, China responded with a show of force. In late December 2024, China sent its largest Coast Guard vessel, the Monster, into the West Philippine Sea. This 12,000-ton ship dwarfs anything in the region, its presence a clear act of intimidation. The Monster sailed close to Scarborough Shoal and then even nearer to Luzon, coming within 70 nautical miles of the Philippine coast, well inside the EEZ. This was no routine patrol. It was a calculated move to challenge the Philippines' assertion of its maritime rights. The timing, coinciding with the map's release, was a direct message. China will counter legal moves with physical presence. The Philippines relies on law and alliances, while China flexes its military and Coast Guard might. Such actions heighten the risk of miscalculation and conflict, creating a tense and unstable environment for Filipino fishermen and patrols. The Monster's presence is a classic example of gray zone tactics, intimidation that stops short of open war. The standoff underscores the stark power imbalance and the dangers of escalation in the region. Despite the odds, the Philippine Coast Guard stood its ground. The BRP Teresa Magbanua, much smaller than the Chinese Monster, confronted the intruder, issuing radio warnings and tracking its movements. The Filipino crew's vigilance sent a clear message. The Philippines will not yield its waters, no matter the size of the opposition. When the Magbanua returned to port, the BRP Gabriela Silang took over, maintaining a protective watch near the coast. This seamless rotation showed the Coast Guard's readiness and resolve to defend the EEZ. Their actions provide crucial evidence for diplomatic protests and raise international awareness of China's aggressive tactics. The professionalism and courage of these sailors are a source of national pride, embodying the country's determination to protect its maritime heritage. The Coast Guard's presence is the frontline defense of Philippine sovereignty. The Philippines is not alone in this struggle. Key allies, especially Japan and the United States, have stepped up support for a free and open Indo-Pacific. In January 2025, leaders from all three countries pledged to deepen trilateral cooperation, sending a strong message of unity. Japan has provided the Philippines with new patrol ships, advanced radar systems, and millions in security assistance, boosting maritime awareness and defense. Japanese-built cutters are now the backbone of the Philippine Coast Guard, often facing China's aggressive tactics head-on. The U.S. contributes through joint exercises, intelligence sharing, and reaffirming its commitment to the Mutual Defense Treaty. This combined support levels the playing field, giving the Philippines the confidence and capability to defend its rights. The Trilateral Alliance is now a cornerstone of regional security, showing that collective action can counter coercion. Together, these nations uphold a rules-based order for the benefit of all. The Philippines' alliances are vital in its stand for sovereignty. The conflict isn't just at sea, it's also a fierce diplomatic battle. The Philippines, through Coast Guard spokesperson Territorial, insists its patrols are lawful and necessary to protect its maritime rights. China counters with strong denials, claiming its patrols are justified and accusing the Philippines of provocation. This fundamental disagreement over legitimacy fuels the ongoing standoff. Japan, meanwhile, voices grave concern over China's actions and pledges continued support for the Philippines. These official statements shape global perceptions, with each side vying for international support. The Philippines and its allies hope global pressure will moderate China's behavior, while China seeks to frame itself as the aggrieved party. The war of words is as critical as the standoffs at sea, influencing the world's understanding of the conflict. The Filipino connection to the sea runs deep, stretching back thousands of years. Recent archaeological discoveries reveal that advanced maritime cultures thrived in the Philippines as far back as 35,000 years ago. Early Filipinos were skilled seafarers, crossing deep channels and developing tools for fishing and boat building. These ancient mariners traveled long distances, connecting with distant populations and making the sea a bridge, not a barrier. This heritage underscores the modern struggle to protect the West Philippine Sea. It's about identity as much as resources. The waters patrolled today are the same ones navigated by ancestors millennia ago. Defending these seas honors a legacy of resilience and ingenuity. The new map is the latest chapter in a story that spans generations. For Filipinos, the fight for maritime rights is a fight to preserve a timeless bond with the sea.